Pink Boots Society is a national organization that was founded to enrich and advance the careers of women in the brewing industry through education. And one of the great things about Pink Boots is that it funds scholarships. So several of our members have had opportunities to go on these, and they range from brewing courses to trips to Germany, as well as things like how to start a brewery. I started with Pink Boots maybe 3 or 4 years ago once I got into the beer industry. Christy Greiner, who at the time was at Cap City, was sort of one of the biggest female brewers in the area, and she really welcomed me in. She's really been a mentor for all the women in the area.
Pink Boots Society started off in 2007. That's the same year that I got into the beer industry, and I've been involved with them since. We got the DC chapter started up probably a little more, around 5 years now, perhaps a little more. In the inception, there was less than a single female brewer in each state in the United States. Now the PBS has well over 1,000 members internationally. There are women here, just at least 5-6 times the amount that there were when we first started out. It's really delightful to see the growth of women in the industry. And I think this trend, perhaps 10 years from now, nobody will notice anything that is a female brewer versus a male brewer, just be a brewer in the brew house.
Today we're brewing a Grisette, which is a more sessionable version of a saison. And it's being called 15 Shades of Grisette to represent the 15 different breweries that are involved in today's brew. Grisette is a Belgian French style of beer. It used to be served to the miners back in the day, and it gets its name from the color gray, which is the color of the dresses the women used to wear when they brewed and served the beers. Tracy Converse from Lake Ann Brewhouse was the one who piloted a 5-gallon system, and they came up with the name.
When we decided to be involved with the Pink Boots Brew Day, I offered up my recipe, and Bridget and I sat down and we made a couple of changes to utilize the hop blend that was created for Pink Boots, and we changed the yeast up a little bit. But basically it's the same recipe, and Bridget sized it up, and so it should be pretty good, and a nice girly beer almost, if you want to call it that.
All of the grain today was donated by Country Malt Group, and then the hops were donated by Lost Rhino and Solace. Solace is also donating the space and most of the labor, and then the yeast is being donated by Jasper Yeast. He's putting together a special strain of French saison and Belgian type of yeast for this beer.
So I actually got involved with Pink Boots back in my brewing days, earlier in the 2000s when I was brewing on the West Coast. Now I'm here today participating because they donated the malt so that the majority of the proceeds for the brew can go back to the chapter and the national chapter for scholarships to further educate women in the brewing industry.
The collaboration brew is going to be released at Old Ox Brewery on Friday, April 13th, and then it'll be available at all the participating breweries as well as many bars in the area on April 14th.